What what is that word? Huh. Goodbye. Okay. That doesn't really help. You know what? Maybe it's time to study Japanese again. How does someone get back into studying Japanese after being mildly proficient? How do they get back in? Well, you got several different ways of doing that. One, you gotta swallow your pride. You're not as good as you once were. It's just like anything that you stop doing and you go right back in. A lot of times, you can't just pick up right where you left off. It's like weightlifting. If you were benching 225, you don't bench for 5 years, you go in there, you're not going to do 225 unless you've been doing similar exercises. A lot of times you might lose all your progress. You might have to start with the bar again. Generally, that's not necessarily always the case. A lot of times you go in and maybe get put out 95, 135, And the same is going to be with your Japanese. You're not going to have forgotten every kanji. You most likely remember all your hiragana, all your katakana, and if you don't, good news. You can just learn it again. It's not impossible. You already know it. And that muscle memory comes back. So, a lot of times when I was studying Japanese as my main thing when it was in college, I used a lot of different software. Kanji Box is still around. I don't have an Apple device, so I can't use the app. So I can use the web service, which isn't as good, but it's okay. WaniKani is great. I still use WaniKani. Well, I have a WaniKani subscription. So I'm going to have to take that shot in the pride and reset it. And that's going to suck. But pride, you gotta take a hit. You can't go back in just thinking, boom, I remember everything that I ever did, ever learned, every word. Hell, I forget words in English half the time, and I'm sure as hell I've forgotten words in Japanese. So that's step number one. Step number two is put a realistic goal on yourself. If you're like me and your schedule's very full, you're gonna have to squeeze it in wherever you can, whether that's on the john or whether you take 15 minutes while you're watching TV at the end of the day to decompress, or whatever it is you do. If you watch YouTube, maybe on the side you have WaniKani up, or Anki. Anki's still around. I don't even know. But anything to help you learn, right? So you're gonna have to set a realistic expectation. That's your second rule. Is you have to set a realistic expectation with how much time you have. To come to grips with it. Just like the shot in the pride, you have to come to grips with how much time you actually have now. If you were studying 5 years ago and you're coming back into it, you're not going to be the same. Time happens. Things happen. If you are in the same, maybe things should happen. Because now here we are again. So get back to studying. Next part, right, now that you've set realistic expectations, is set a schedule for yourself. Make sure that you kind of stick to it. Even if it's 15 minutes a day, set that 15 minutes a day, make sure it's there, and hit it. It's just like any other goal with fitness or anything like that, is you want to be able to hit your fitness goals. And in this case, we want to hit our learning goals. We want to designate as much time as we can. 15 minutes works out pretty well to be able to get that done. Sorry, Rose wants to come in. Try and not give the camera too much of shakiness. Rose wants to come out. She has the door right there. So don't let her fool you. So yeah, now you need to set a schedule and stick to it. Start small. Increase the time if you go. If you have extra time, good news, you have extra time. Number 4 is make it easy on yourself. And by easy, I don't mean actually easy, but make it convenient. even if you set the schedule, if you don't make it convenient, like let's say, you know, if you have Anki and you want to study on Anki, but you only have Anki on one computer that you never go on, you're just setting yourself up for failure. So make sure it's convenient. Everyone has a cell phone. Everyone generally now has a smartphone. Use the apps that are available to you. And even if they're free, just use them. Get back into it any way that you can. But make it easy for yourself. Don't hide the book. Don't hide the app. You know, if you don't have the money to afford the app, don't block yourself. Make it easy and convenient. Okay? So, number 1, take a hit into the pride. Number 2, set realistic expectations. Number 3, set up your schedule. Number 4, make it easy for yourself. And number 5, remember why you started studying Japanese. Have fun. Even if it's reading manga, or if it's watching anime, or whatever it is, most likely you're still doing those things. I'm still reading manga. I'm still watching anime. This season, I'm watching How Heavy Can a Dumbbell Can You Lift? Because it's absolute trash. I love trash. Trash is the best. And then I'm also watching Fire Force. I think that's right. Because it's just super interesting thing. So make sure you remember why you're studying it. If it's to be able to read manga or listen to anime without subtitles, or just have more immersion so you can quit reading and look at the actual art, whatever it is, just remember why you're doing it. And the goals might be different. Back when I was studying it in 2013 and 2012, when I was in college, the goal was to pursue it academically. I wanted to be an instructor or a teacher, to teach Japanese or teach English in Japan. I'm older now, 34. It's 2019. That's not my goal. My goal is to have fun with the language, to read the manga, to be proficient at something that I was once proficient at, and to finally pass that fucking JLPT. That fucking JLPT. If I could fight something, it would be the JLPT. Like if I could use my mind to manifest an opponent, it would be the JLPT. And I would fight all of them. The N5, the N4, the N3, the N2, N1. Hell, I'd fight the older editions, the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll fight them all. Just give it to me. Give it to me. It's 5 things that you need to do to start studying Japanese again. So I look forward to continuing the journey with you, and I'm glad to be back on the old YouTube train. Right, Rose? So thanks for watching my video. Let's go ahead and do some things together real quick. 1, we're going to reset Wanikani. I don't remember all those words. Got to take the hit. We're going to reset Kanji Box, and we're going to find Anki. I look forward to studying Japanese with you. Let's keep it up. Alright? Party on.